color and that char. Most people think you need a bunch of food coloring and a tandoor oven at home to get this finish, but you don't. But there are two things the air fryer needs you to do, so let's talk about it. See, here's the problem that most people run into. They make a marinade that in most cases is a bit too runny and wet, and then they marinate the chicken, they put it straight into the air fryer, then they wonder why the color is off, the texture is off, and why it's not charring like they want it to. See, yogurt-based marinades by nature are gonna be full of moisture. So what you don't want to be doing is using yogurt that's full of moisture and using that as the base of your marinade. We're still gonna use yogurt, but we'll remove the extra moisture. And we'll do that by wrapping the yogurt we're gonna use in cheesecloth. You can take it the slow way by making hung yogurt, or you can just do the quick way as you gently squeeze the extra moisture out. That's gonna help make sure that there's not excess moisture in that marinade so that the chicken can get to the char stage way faster. Also, that marinade is what chars and the flavors that you put in the marinade get smoky as they season and flavor the chicken as it's cooking. So you want most of that marinade to cook on and char onto the chicken. You don't want that to drip down into the bottom of the pan or the tray. The fix for that is introducing an ingredient that's gonna make sure the marinade has an easier time staying stuck on to the chicken, just clinging on to its life, right? So we're gonna use some cornstarch. We'll put that in the marinade, and the marinade is also gonna use, I guess, a pseudo hung yogurt, a short version of it, which is gonna give you a thick marinade, which will help get you the right color because we won't dilute the color with the extra moisture, and it'll stay clung on to the chicken. So the third thing I want to talk about that people get wrong is getting the color right. And I don't use any food color ever when it comes to tandoori chicken. Almost every restaurant I've been to in Canada uses it exclusively. You know your chicken has food color if you bite into it, and it has this pinkish red hue bleeding into the meat. Gross. So what we do is use Kashmiri chilies. It's not too hot and it gives a lot of color. And if you follow the previous tips and use yogurt that's not too diluted, you'll get that right color right away. When you see this piece of chicken, it's not super hot, it's gonna burn your mouth off. It's just full of flavor, just the way I like it. You don't want your chicken to use orange. You don't want it to look pink. You want it to show what the natural ingredients that you're putting in it is bringing with it. So you have to use the right type of chili powder. Kashmiri chili works really well. You should be able to find it really easily at even your local grocery store, and if not, a specialty Asian store. But if you can't find it, don't worry, you can still get a very similar finish by using paprika. If you want the heat, I would add a bit of cayenne as well, but honestly I would just go all out with just paprika as a direct substitution. So that's about the color. Before we go on, if you're liking this so far, then hit subscribe. I do these air fryer videos every week where I tell you what to do to make the most out of your air fryer and fix the most common mistakes. Now before you marinate the chicken, make sure you cut these large gashes, these slits on each side of those drumsticks. That's not only going to help with the cook of the chicken, it'll help make it cook faster, but it'll help the marinade go deep inside the chicken so that every single bite is super good. If there's any excess moisture, you want to pat that dry. And now let's make the first marinade, because the marinades are going to be layered. The first one is simple. Just some lemon or lime juice, a lot of that Kashmiri chili powder, and salt. Get some gloves on and massage that all over the chicken, even inside those slits. Let that marinate for at least 30 minutes, which you can go overnight. And then for the second marinade, we'll add the second layer of flavors. So now we have the yogurt, which I've put in some cheesecloth and then lightly squeezed to get the excess moisture out. This is the quick way of making hung yogurt. I'll show you the real way really soon, just stay tuned. Then add in ginger garlic paste, garam masala, Kashmiri mirch, some kasuri methi that you want to crush between your hands to release the flavors, some mustard oil if you can find it, or some neutral oil like veg oil, and then some liquid smoke. Because we don't have an actual tandoor or a barbecue, this will help add some of that smokiness that we'll miss out cooking it in an air fryer. Cornstarch, and then some salt. And again, get a pair of gloves on, and then massage the chicken really well. And you want to let this sit for at least 4 to 6 hours. Overnight is always better. So getting the marinade and the color right, that's just mistake one. The next thing the air fryer needs you to do is to get the cook right, the temperature and the timing. So you always have to preheat the air fryer. There's no point to starting the food off from a cold drawer. So preheat that at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to take about 4 minutes. Now I'm using a rack to make sure the chicken is lifted so the air can circulate all around, and make sure to put some spray oil on that rack so that the marinade does not get stuck, and when it's time to flip the chicken, it releases easily. And then place the marinated drumsticks in that drawer, making sure to leave enough space, and as you're putting the chicken pieces on, make sure you leave any excess marinade behind. I have some veg oil in this spray bottle. Just spray the chicken on that top side and then cook this at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. This should take you between 18 to 20 minutes total. Around the 13 or 14 minute mark, you want to flip the chicken, spray the other side as well, and then continue cooking. We have about 3-4 minutes left. Now it's time to start finishing this chicken. So I've melted some butter. I'm going to brush that generously as I flip each side and then finish cooking for another 3 to 4 minutes. So by making sure that there's enough airflow, there's not excess moisture in the marinade, and then basting and brushing the chicken pieces with oil to keep that protective barrier outside, we created that char, the smokiness, while making sure that the inside stays nice and moist. At every stage, this chicken looked so good, and now it's finally done and it's looking better than good. So let's give it a taste. Like, I'm almost kicking myself why I haven't made it like this before. Like, I've always made chicken tikkas, and I should make tandoori chicken way more often because wow. Let's dip it in that chutney. It's just so soft, so tender, smoky. I think I have to now redo everything tandoori. So that includes chicken tikka. Maybe I should do a full whole tandoori roasted chicken that's spatchcocked. So getting the right temperature and then greasing the chicken and the rack that it's cooking on well will help make sure that you get that beautiful char so that the outside stays nice and crisp and tasty while the inside is packed full of juices. With this method, I would say you got better than restaurant style color, juiciness and flavor, because admit it, those flavored food colored chicken tikkas or tandoori chickens are never as tasty as they look. Next up, stay tuned to check out how to make chili paneer in the air fryer. That one is going to be for the misses. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and let me know in the comments below. What would you be most excited for? Say 1 for paneer, 2 for air fryer samosas, and 3 for something else. I'll see you on the next one.